Greetings, very glad to see you on my channel. I ask you to support me by liking, subscribing, and leaving comments. This serves as an incentive for me to create fresh content exclusively for you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This incident happened when I got a full-time job at a well-known corporation. I was 30 years old at the time, and my name was John. It was my first acquaintance with such a solid organization, and I was very much hoping to make a positive impression on both my superiors and colleagues. Unfortunately, the result was the exact opposite. From my first day on the job, my boss, Christina, hated me. She saw mistakes in my every action and treated me as if I had come to this company inexplicably. The most unpleasant thing about all of this was that my coworkers were watching. I came home a wreck. My wife, Jessica, tried to help me somehow, but nothing worked. At some point, it hit me, and I came up with a plan. I should buy her flowers, show her some respect. Maybe then she'd be more loyal. So that's what I did. One day, I bought a bouquet of roses and put them in an inconspicuous place. Christina, as usual, was in a bad mood. She told me off 3 times in the first half of the day alone. At one point, I was even encouraged by a colleague sitting next to me, who said that she behaved this way quite often with new employees. I was even more embarrassed by how pathetic the situation looked from the outside. At that moment, I was determined that I had to put a stop to it. I had to get Christina to stop bugging me about nothing, and my coworkers to stop thinking I was a loser. I waited until the end of the workday. When my coworkers left the office, I got the bouquet and went to my boss. Christina was sitting and sorting through the papers on her desk. "What do you need?" She still looked disgruntled. "Christina, I wanted to thank you for your mentorship and patience." At that moment, all my hopes came crashing down. Even now, she was telling me off. I began to ponder what I should do next. Then she kissed me unexpectedly. At that moment, I was confused. Before I realized what was happening, I couldn't resist. Then I gave in to her, and we did it. After that day, I realized that everything had worked out, and my boss stopped bothering me about nothing and only smiled slightly when I met her.